And we're live. What up? Welcome to the Ricky Remedy live stream. And we're here week 6. And I got the Yerbski ready. I finally got my lens back. So you can see more of me. And yeah, we're in for a good stream today. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty sharp. Maybe it's because we're starting about an hour later than you usually do. And yeah, so ricky-remedy.com for basically all my stuff for the most part. Gonna try to update it a little more, but yeah, if you guys want to check out the music that I've been putting out last year, go ahead. Remedy Kit, you already know what's up. Patreon, which again, don't worry guys, I'm still coming out with these 2-packs this month. Been working on them. I've really been stretched on my time, but nonetheless, it's definitely coming out. I want to make sure that everybody that subscribes and is at a certain tier is getting what they are subscribing for. I don't want people to feel like, well, bro, what the heck? Where is everything? And then live stream. Basically, we're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 p.m. now, 4 p.m. Eastern. We're starting a little later just because I feel people, are a little better. So, and then Discord. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you guys want to get into my Discord, you can just click this. It's a little easier. ricky-remedy.com/Discord. And then if you want to go in there, the voice chat is always live during my live streams, and Rare will be in there, for commentary, and yeah, for you guys to just talk and hang out. So we can go to that real quick. This is the Ricky Remedy. Who's excited for the stream? I'm excited for the stream. So yeah, you got your voice chat. Looks like we already got 2 people in there. So if you guys want to jump in, hop in. And then for Thursdays, we do community day. You can go ahead and go to music feedback and share stuff for me to give you some pretty quick feedback and kind of just really, give you some constructive criticism. Or if I just like it all the way, I won't even give you any criticism. And if you want to collab or sample whatever, if you want to collab for the collab streams, you go ahead and just drop your stuff in there. And sometimes I tend to forget stuff that might have already been in there or whatever. But yeah, so we're doing our best. And then yeah, so that's just about it. People are still self-promoting and music share. Don't do that. Yeah, music share is really the channel more for if you guys. It's kind of like a Reddit. If you guys want to just go in and just like talk about a song that might have came out, and just kind of discuss the song about somebody else. It's not your own song. Hopefully this stream will make that a little clearer, but yeah, basically music share is not to share your music, it's just to share music in general, and maybe put people on a new artist or anything of the sort. That's why there's actually 2. You have self-promo and music feedback. I think it's pretty self-explanatory from there. So and a lot of people don't really know how to use Discord like that, but if anybody here or in the future has no idea how to use Discord or has any kind of problem, just hit up Rare. It's Rare, or you can actually hit up Teal, who's also pretty good with all this. So even I have trouble with Discord, so definitely Rare is there to help. So yeah, we got a couple things to discuss today. I want to try to keep Tuesdays for just kind of open conversation and just kind of discussing some subjects and kind of making it a little more topic oriented. And then obviously later on in the stream, cook something up. Just I kind of want to like get people in a because this is what I usually do when I'm in the studio with somebody else, when I'm in the studio with an artist, when I'm in the studio with another producer, whether it be anybody. I usually like to kind of just talk, kind of just get comfortable first, kind of like especially talking about the work that we do, when we're in the studio session. I like to just talk about whether it be the traveling aspect of it, whether it be past experiences, and just overall general stuff about the music industry. So this is something that I want to start doing a little more and implementing in my live streams, because it's kind of how I do, and it's like that's just kind of how it is. Just give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and pop out this chat so I can look at it a little easier. Okay, we can go over here, and then I think that's looking good. Cool. All right, so we already got 3 likes. That's what's up. Yeah, let's try to get it to 20 today, man. We did really good last stream. So yeah, topic of discussion is are producers respected? And this is a pretty general question, pretty broad question, but I can definitely target it down and really like nail it down to a couple. It's very broad, and I think that's what I like about this question, because there is no real definite answer. And you know, I've gotten this question, you know, a few times. What's up? What's up, Tyre? Tyre making beats. But yeah, we're just gonna give it a quick little breakdown of what I mean by our producers respected. So first and foremost, let's kind of just get sub Juwan. Let's kind of differentiate producers. So first, there are many different types of producers, I guess you can say, like, as they classify as producers, especially people coming from the outside and going in. It's like, how do we differentiate what a real producer is? And, you know, people who don't even know anything about music production really just kind of just like, oh, cool, you make beats or you make the music, cool, you're a producer. But there's a lot more to that, especially these days where roles are kind of all over the place. But the original definition of a producer, especially in, you know, music producer, kind of like it goes hand in hand with like movie producers, where basically they're the ones that kind of make everything happen. They didn't necessarily write the movie, and they didn't direct the movie either, but they kind of brought everything together, and they kind of just had this like mastermind, and just kind of really opened it all up and said, okay, we're gonna get this guy for casting because he knows all the right people. He's really good at getting, you know, at these actors for this thing that I have in my mind. That like maybe the writer came to them and said, hey, I have this idea, and then the producer kind of says, okay, I know how we can make this happen. So that's kind of like a movie producer aspect. So if you take that and kind of take it to the music side, it's the same thing. You basically say, okay, there's this new artist that just got signed to Warner Brothers, and she's got this certain type of sound, and she's kind of got this look to her, so you kind of want to like fit the aesthetic of the look, fit the aesthetic of what she might have already done, or just kind of like create a narrative in a sense. And then so where that they can go ahead and hit up songwriters, they can contact these songwriters and say, hey, you know, there's this new artist that I'm working with, there's this new artist that I think you would work really well with. And that's where songwriters kind of come into the picture. Now, when I say songwriters, I'm not necessarily meaning lyric writers. I'm meaning people like who are the music writers and the lyric writers. Because technically, a person who makes the beat, person who makes the music is actually a writer. But we conflate them as producers simply because, you know, we want to be able to differentiate the difference between a writer, someone who will write the words, and someone who will write the music. Now, how did this happen? I don't really know. I can't really give you that answer. But anyways, producers are usually, they don't even make music. They just sit there and kind of like get everybody together. They call the engineer, they call the A&Rs, they call everybody together, get everybody in one place, and they make these songs happen. And they give a large amount of input on how the song comes out. Because, I mean, they're the ones that made it all happen in the first place. So, and like, it's funny because I was listening to Rick Rubin a couple days ago, and like an interview with Rick Rubin. He's a very perfect example of what a real producer is. And yeah, and like same thing with Quincy Jones, even though like he has written, but Quincy Jones and people like that, like they're actually really producers because they kind of get everybody together, and they have a huge amount of input on how a song comes out. So knowing that that's what a producer is, I think where we're at these days is that it's pretty easy to be a producer that also writes music or also writes lyrics or does all of it at the same time. And so that's kind of how they've been able to be classified as a producer, because they will write a song with an artist and give them a massive amount of input and feedback, and kind of like they're really there for the process of the making of the music, whether there be absolutely no other engineer or no other writer, it's just you and the other artist. So technically that makes you a producer because you're there. And let's say you don't write the lyrics. Let's say you just write the music because the artist, let's say a rapper, because usually rappers write their own stuff for the most part. Not everybody, but a lot of rappers will write their own stuff. And so at that point, you're making the beat, but you're the only one really there, making it happen with the artist. So that would classify you as a producer. So, which kind of brings us back to the question: okay, like, are music producers or are producers respected? And it all depends, really, truly, on the role that you play with the artist. And even then, I like to think that music producers are not nearly as respected or celebrated as the artist, because the artist really is the front-facing brand, is the brand of what you're listening to. So, and don't worry, there's a lot more to go. There's a lot more to this. And by the way, if you guys want to chime in, have any comments to what I'm saying, maybe questions, whatever it may be, like, we're just kind of having a little talk first before I start making music, And I still haven't even cracked open my yearbook, man. Look at that. Why is there no credit for music producers in most songs? Why is that? Now, when you say credit, there's many different ways of credit. And this is going to go back. Actually, that's a pretty good segue to my next point. But there's many different ways to credit a producer. You can credit through Spotify, like where you basically go to Spotify and you say song credits. There's literally a selection for song credits, so you can look and see prod by this kind of stuff. Okay, so there you literally go into Spotify and see, okay, cool, this was produced and written by these people. It's all very much there. And then there's some songs that literally, like, perfect example. Actually, let me go ahead and pull up Spotify. I think that's a great question. And this goes back to this point that I'm actually gonna make. So let me actually just go to my own profile, Ricky Martin. Haha. So as you can see, let me go to my discography, see all. These are all like my songs that I've self-released clearly. But then you have okay, you have Body Bag, but that's technically a song that I released. So let me actually maybe go to Zoe Dollars, and pretty sure he still has it up. Go to his discography. Okay, cool. Who don't like dollars? So if you go to Switch It Up, or you go to Slime, Smoke Perp and Yachty, I'm in there too. I'm actually on the artist listing. So I'm featured as an artist. Now it's like, okay, well, Ricky's a producer, or like, and there's plenty of producers that have gone the same exact route. That is basically the highest level of respect, I guess you can say, you would receive from the other artists, from the label, from the people basically uploading this music, and they say, hey, we respect this person enough to basically put their name up as an artist. And not even just respect, but you have clearly earned a name, which in my case, I'm a producer artist. I'm an artist I'm a person that can release my own music, and I basically established myself as an artist. And that is where producers can, that's where the highest level of respect for producers is basically where you're considered an artist. There's people like Tay Keith, Metro Boomin. Literally, Metro Boomin released albums with 21 Savage and other people. Like, he's released his own albums because he basically put himself to a level to where people will listen to him as an artist, even though he's just a writer. He's a writer. He doesn't rap. Kenny Beats too. Absolutely perfect example. So that is where not only are you a person that's involved behind the scenes as a producer, somebody who's actually sitting there and really building up the artist, then okay, like, that's one thing. But when you're actually, you yourself have earned kind of the respect of like your peers in the industry, to where you can release your own stuff with these artists featured, well, that's kind of where like you put yourself in that spotlight. Question is, Ram, is there no prod by you? So most people don't know who it is, who the beat maker, and that sucks. Like, well, that's where the answer of our music producers respected, and the answer to that is more no. And I mean, the reason for that, it really kind of goes back to the process of the music making. Let me go ahead and sip this real quick. It goes down to the process of the music making. So actually, I can even go down to this song that I did with him, where boom, right there, we got it again, featuring Ricky Remedy. So as you can see, there is no other producer listed, even though all different types of producers made these beats. Why was I listed as the producer? Well, it's because we kind of came together, and I made it excuse me, I made it very clear to him that it's like, okay, well, I'm an artist, I'm a DJ, more in like the electronic space as well, but I also do hip hop. And I made it very clear from the jump that that I'm an artist. I release my own stuff. So granted, it's exactly what you're asking, but you can kind of go the same route where if you make it very clear that you want this to be a collaboration and less of a, hey, I'm giving you a beat, rap on it. And this kind of goes with like how you conduct yourself when you're in the studio with these people, when you're talking and when you're kind of like making these things happen. That relies heavily on how you go about, making these things happen. And so I like to think that's where the respect is fluctuating depending on what artist you might be close with, what artist you might be cool with, what artist you might be connected to by a certain person. So I like to believe that the answer is that most people don't know who the beatmaker is because the beatmaker probably didn't play a big enough role for that artist to basically put them on, because artists like to do that. Artists have no problem. I'm not going to say every artist, but a lot of artists don't really have much of a problem making it known who made this happen and who made the beat and who made it all happen. Especially that's the reason why they'll keep a tag on a beat. It's crazy how for different producers, they will take the tag straight off the beat. No problem. They'll be like, get this tag out of here. You got to take the tag off. And then for some producers, it's like they don't want to release it without the tag. Like the tag has to be there. They say, yo, come on, we need the tag. Even if, let's say the producer did like literally put like one hi-hat or one clap in there. And then like there's a co-producer that did the whole rest of the beat. They'll tell the guy who did the whole rest of the beat, take your tag off, because the guy who did that one clap sound or that one hi-hat sound is way more popular and way more known and has done a song with like Drake or something. So they're going to want to keep that tag on there. So it all goes, and that's marketing as well, and so that kind of comes with you just building your name up and just building your whole respect, your peer respect, the respect with people in the industry. And it's like, so I guess one of the answers to the question, are music producers respected? The answer is it all depends on the respect you have gained to earn. And you have to earn it. You have to truly earn that respect through whether it be having a hit song, whether it be having you have a huge hand in another artist blowing up through a series of songs. It might not be one song that blew him up, but like it was one song after the next, and he or she was the person that came to you to make those songs. Or whether it be you were very reliable, A&Rs constantly came to you and said, hey, like I need this kind of song for this person, and every time you would deliver. And deliver with quality, not just like, hey, I need 10 beats, and you sent 10 beats, but they weren't really that good. It's like, let's say you sent 10 beats and 3 of them got placed. So that is another way of earning this respect. Now, here is a cheat code. And I'm not going to say it's a cheat code, but I think it is. This is actually kind of the route that I took. Because when I was first starting out and getting, and I'm not even say first starting out, but when I was making music for like Meek Mill and French Montana and Travis Scott and Diddy, Rick Ross, all these guys, nobody knew who the hell I was. I was just kind of in a situation where I was making these beats, they would get on it, and it didn't really matter who produced it to them. They were like, cool, whatever, cool beat, all right, next. And they were just on to the next. There was no real mutual respect there. And there was no like, okay, you're a respected producer, so we're gonna keep your tag on and do all this extra stuff. Like, they didn't do that. They didn't want that. Mostly, one, because I was starting out, and two, because I didn't really go out for that respect. I wasn't really seeking that respect. I was just kind of seeking hey, I just want a placement. But little did I know that it was super important for you to have that respect and for you to have that leverage so that you can get a bigger cut, you can get another cut. Basically, when I say another cut, you can basically go back in the studio again and maybe get another album cut, get another single cut, and they kind of bring you closer into their more important projects. But if you're just kind of somebody who just sent a beat and then just like, cool, I got a placement, woohoo, like, that's it. Like, they're not going to keep coming back for you. Even if the song was great, because there's no real relationship and you didn't play a big enough part in the constructive process and the process of making the song. It's one thing to have a fire beat to where they're like, yo, I have to get on this, and it ends up being a hit record. Like, that's not enough to them. They need you to be a part of that process so that they can trust you the next time. Because let's be honest, if they found a beat that was really nice, it was really good, made them super inspired, they're gonna really chalk up the reasoning why that song was such a good, why it was such a hit. It's not because the beat was inspiring, it's because they themselves felt inspired and they basically wrote what they needed to write and they made it happen on their own. You weren't in the room giving them that input to kind of shape this song in a way. So they're going to give the credit to themselves. I mean, that's just ego as well, but an artist is more likely going to give themselves the credit for a hit they made than the producer, unless the producer was in that room making it happen and really giving input and giving a strong input. That's why, Rick Rubin's and Diddy's and all that like are able to be, and Pharrell are able to like have their names on songs and constantly be in these rooms, just because they have been in the room before and had an input. They weren't just sitting on the couch. They weren't just chilling. They were actually making something happen. They were really playing a role. So here's the cheat code. So I never actually got around to that. Here's the cheat code. A good way of earning that respect, or at least finding a way around, if you're not a person that is in these rooms, or not a person that's able to really like, you're not really like out there, you're not like this very assertive type of person where you're able to just get what you want and you just kind of know how to move with people, which is my case. I'm really not the most assertive person. I'm not really, I could be a little better with that, but I don't know. It's just kind of who I am as a person. I'm kind of timid. But the best cheat code is release music as an artist. Release stuff, which you're making beats. You're already doing that, which is good. You have your Spotify page that has, instrumentals and stuff on there for people to listen to. That's a good way to go about it. But definitely releasing music on your own, and that's the route that I took. That's why I started my SoundCloud. That's why I started doing, more the electronic music stuff, is not only because I did like electronic music. I enjoyed making it, but the one thing that pushed me there was the lack of respect from other artists in the industry that I was currently in. Or at the time that I was in, and there was no, like, I was constantly chasing artists, chasing placements, making it happen, trying to make this shit happen, and it just wouldn't happen. I'm bored of these people think out of me. So the best thing that you can do, so this is also part of the whole, are music producers respected? They are outrageously respected, insanely respected in the electronic music space because they are the writers, they are the artists. Now, do you have to make electronic music? Not necessarily. You can make stuff like funk music, you can make stuff like, I don't know, you can make different types of genres, but the whole main premise here is that you are releasing music as an artist and you're not really chasing placements as a producer. And so that's kind of where you can build leverage. That's where you can build leverage with people that you do want to eventually work with. Because if, let's say, you get some label releases, you get some stuff going on, producers are the life of music in EDM. Absolutely. That's why it's such a cardinal sin if you were caught being ghost produced, because it's like you are portraying this like, oh, you're a producer and you're the one who creates this music. It's kind of like an artist, even though, musical artists, that more like singers and stuff, it's pretty more known that they write their own stuff, but that's a completely different subject. But the main point here is that that's where I gained a lot of my leverage, is that I was able to show other artists that I wanted to work with, but they didn't really see, like, I wasn't really put in the positions to be in these rooms with these people. So I kind of gained my leverage through gaining an audience and gaining, like, basically, like, you put stuff out, you put it out with a record label, and they're able to kind of get some good plays on it, or they're able to kind of, like, market it in a certain way to where your stuff is more known. So I'd like to think that that's a great hack to gaining that respect, because it's like, why is anybody in the music industry in the first place? It's to make most of the time, it's to make an impact on not only yourself as an artist, but make an impact on other people that might be on the same vibration as you. And so we're all on this same mission, whether it be you don't even make music. Let's say you're A&R. Let's say you're somebody who works at the label. Everybody's talking about the same thing. They're all talking about how to get known, how to become how to become marketable, how to be marketable, and so we're all on the same mission. So if you as a producer are achieving this by being an artist, and I only say an artist, we're all artists, at the end of the day, writers are artists, but I'm saying more in the case point of, like, the art, like, you're releasing, like, as a featured artist, like in this case with this Mulat track where I'm, put out as a featured artist. That's the best way, because you're not having to piggyback off of somebody else's success to gain that respect. Yeah, that respect is coming from you. It's coming from what you put out. It's coming from the consistency. It's coming from the vision that you might have. And that's the thing. Not everybody might have that. But it's like, what path do you really want to take? Do you want to take the path of, because at the end of the day, you need vision. If you want to be a respected producer, you have to have vision. And that is why very respected producers in the game have the respect, because they were able to take maybe even somebody else's vision. Like, let's say Metro Boomin saw 21 Savage's vision and saw it within his own lens and said, okay, I'm going to go to 21 and I'm going to tell him this is how maybe we should come up with an album, or this is how we should make it happen, or whatever it may be. And how any respected producer does, they have, they're visionaries. They find what these people are into, or they kind of just have a great idea, a great grasp of what these people are really about. And they might add to the vision, or they might refine the vision, whatever it may be. And so if you're not going to be a visionary for maybe another artist, then you should just be a visionary for yourself, for your own art. So at that point, that is, again, the point of a respected producer, is that you have a vision and you're able to take something from nothing, or build something from nothing. And I only call it a cheat code if you're releasing, like, instrumentals and your own stuff without really necessarily needing another artist. And I call that a cheat code because you're skipping the step of having to, gain this respect and make these things happen through, constantly chasing and emailing and trying to get connects and doing all that. The connects almost come to you at that point. Not saying that you shouldn't constantly be trying to reach out to people, because also getting label releases does require you to network. Yerbski. But yeah, honestly, being a producer in the EDM allows you to, as creative, do what you want, have no bounds, you can do what you want to do. Yeah, I can agree. I also think that, you know, you, as much as you do want to do what you want and be experimental, you also kind of have to follow a formula that you might build. I think that's kind of like the what's the word? I was doing really good. That's kind of like the pigeonhole, I guess you can say, where it's like, yeah, you can be experimental and you can change things up, but you have to be consistent. That's kind of like one of the more important things about being an artist. Spitting some game. Shout out to Gorilla Flicks. That's the homie right there. If you guys ever want to, if anybody, we have some people in here who are into visual stuff, and if you guys want to check his channel out, he's does basically the same stuff that I kind of did, but he's way more broad with the stuff he does. But you know, he does like VFX and 3D animation and filming and all that stuff. So if you guys want to check out some cool BTS stuff and all that, go to his channel, check him out. But yeah, any other inputs? I mean, I still got a few things to cover on this subject. Still need to learn how to do visuals. Hey man, we'll go to Gorilla Flicks. By the way, if you're in here and you've been here first, go ahead and hit that like button. We're at 5 likes. Let's try to get to 20. How's your work these days? Man, I'm all over the place, man. I've been... Any major projects? Nothing major. Unfortunately, but it is what it is, you know. Just been working, doing all different types of things, you know. I did some video work the other night. I've been delivering food. I've been working on some collabs. I've been doing this content. Yeah, I've been all over the place, man. It's crazy. I know something will come soon though. Just been kind of like planting a lot of different seeds. Just kind of keeping it all, you know. Just making it happen. Just making it month by month. Personally follow you. Your life, what? Delivering food? Yeah, man. I spent at least 3 or 4 hours a day just delivering food, just to make a little extra money in my pocket, just so that I don't have to have an actual job. Because if I had a job, I probably would not be able to stream anymore, and I wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that I'm currently doing. So, you know, just trying to keep some extra money in my pocket so that I can, you know, pay bills and stuff. Hey, fellow Uber Eats, exactly. Bro, would love to see you get booked in Atlanta again. The trap scene needs your presence here. Oh yeah, man. Atlanta's my favorite. Atlanta's the birthplace of the trap, you know? ATL, ho. This is personal. I want you to be big. I was with you so long. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, you know, I really don't mind just having the amount of support that I have now. You know, it's cool. I think it's pretty decent. You know, as long as as long as I'm not having these streams and there's only like 2 people watching, because then I'm like, all right, like we can just get on Discord or something, like, you know. But I do these live streams because I know that there are people that will eventually like catch on, and they'll probably watch the past streams. You know, people will eventually catch on. I think it's definitely been an extremely slow growth for me. I wish you all the best. Bless you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a very slow growth. I finally reached 300 followers on TikTok after 3 months. So that's basically 100 followers a month, which is it's okay, but there's people, you know, out here getting like 10,000 followers a month, but it's like whatever. Like, I'm not necessarily comparing myself to them, but it's like, man, must be nice. Must be nice to have that quick growth. One day will come. I mean, I'm not counting on it, because it's like, I think the one thing that really like contributed to my my depression, which I no longer have, which is good, But one thing that definitely contributed to my depression was my expectations. Something where I'm like, oh, I truly believe that the day's gonna come. The day's gonna come. The day's gonna. Well, it's like if the day doesn't come, like it's gonna be upsetting, you know. So I've kind of already like come to terms that if it doesn't come, fine, it doesn't come. Like it is what it is. Like at least I tried, which is something that like keeps me here and still trying, because like, hey, like that's the best thing you can do. Like you're gonna die one day, you might as well just try, because if not, like, hey bro, like you went that whole time, like if you didn't try, you wouldn't know if that day would come or not. You know, if it doesn't come, cool, it is what it is. You know, you lived, you tried, you learned. So you know, I'm really not too focused on that anymore. I used to be overly focused on when is it gonna come, when am I gonna get my time, when is it's done. Like I'm done thinking about that. I'm just taking it day by day, and you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just want to be able to survive each month. I just want to be able to pay my bills, and then I'm good with that. Your music is fire, nothing to lose. Got the sauce we love. Keep going. Thank you. Ever thought about doing gaming content? I have, but I'm really not a gamer. I literally only play one video game, and it is Apex Legends, and even then I only play that like once a week. And yeah, gaming content is like I'm really just trying to stay focused on what I am good at. You know, it's like I think it's important that I showcase what it is that I'm good at, and what people really like have ever even given me any kind of attention for, and it's because of music. Otherwise, it's like I don't need people watching me play video games. It's just kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of whack. Like for somebody who like doesn't really play video games like that. I never really understood, besides one thing, but I never really understood how tens of thousands of people can watch somebody just play video games, even if they're not even that good. Now, like I said, besides one thing, they probably have a great personality. Music, talk about, you know, what I know, and that's just about it. Oh, we got a little freeze. Hopefully we're good. But yeah, we're gonna get back on this subject. Did my story upload? Just want to make sure. No, it didn't. See, I knew it. I was like, how come people are like not coming in like that? See, just waiting for it to upload. Shout out to you guys that just know to come in. Speedrunners are really interesting to watch. Yeah, I mean, that's different because they're hacking the system, you know, and I think it's always an interesting thing to see people do things in a very unconventional way. That I think is a completely different thing. That's different than like somebody just going and playing like Among Us or something and doing stuff like that. Where are you at right now? I'm in Miami. Yes, you got it right. But yeah, man. So let's try to get back on this subject. Which, man, I wish my story posted, because I was doing all this talking and people don't even know. Usually see your live notification on YouTube, not IG. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's the point of subscribing, man. Is your day or desktop? What? Is your day or desktop with you? I don't know what that means. But I guess, okay, well, I'm on my laptop. This right here is my laptop. This right here, what you're seeing right here, this is my laptop. But what I'm streaming off of, where you can see me, is off my desktop. Old desktop with you? That's gone, man. That's gone for good, bro. If you're in the Discord, check out the YT ping roll. Nice. Oh, beautiful. Go ahead and flame that up. Beautiful. That's what's up. something cool that I'm gonna post today on Instagram. Hopefully I won't get flagged for playing this. I don't think I will though. But this is it's for Type Beat Tuesdays, which I haven't really like done for a few Tuesdays now. But yeah, this is a 21 Savage type beat.
How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people done died? A lot. Left you out to rot? A lot. How many pray that you flop? A lot. How many lawyers you got? A lot. How many times you got shot? A lot. How many you shot? A lot. How many times did you ride? A lot. How many done died? A lot. How many times did you cheat? A lot. How many times did you lie? A lot. How many times did she leave? A lot. How many times did she cry? A lot. How many chances she done gave you? Around with me died. A lot. Penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. My heart so cold I could put it in my cup. Game versus the world, me and my dog, it was us. Then you went and wrote a statement and that really f***ed me up. My brother lost his life.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just something quick. I was like, I didn't want to like take too much time on this one, but I like the beginning. The beginning's fire. I like the story, like it all leads in.
How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot.
Actually, this is damn. Okay, I gotta go to FL20 because my tag is not in there. Firing raises the volume of the track showing. Oh wow, that's funny. Why is it still there? It's because we're still here from when we played last time. Because I haven't been on Spotify on my, so it's looking like we're still here. That's hilarious, bro. It's like, what the? Are you over here listening to my stuff? There it is.
How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people done died? A lot. Left you out to rot? A lot. How many pray that you flop? A lot. How many lawyers you got? A lot. How many times you got shot? A lot. How many you shot? A lot. How many times did you ride? A lot. How many done died? A lot. How many times did you cheat? A lot. How many times did you lie? A lot. How many times did she leave? A lot. How many times did she cry? A lot. How many chances she done gave you? Around with me died? A lot. Penitentiary chances just to make a couple bucks. My heart so cold I could put it in my cup. Game versus the world, me and my dog.
Do you think producers will get paid more in the future? They better or I'm gonna write. You're probably gonna have to write, man. I don't think that's gonna change, man. I think it goes right back to like what I was talking about earlier, is that the amount that you get paid is really based on the respect and the leverage that you have with whether it be the label or the artist. Most of the time, if you have a good relationship, very close relationship, and you played a big part on the the construction of the record, then you're probably going to get paid pretty nicely. Artists get lots of money, producers only get 10. Okay, well, let's be honest, bro. Artists actually don't make a lot of money either, bro. On the music side of things, because at the end of the day, you have to understand the revenue. You have to understand what the revenue source is. So it's like, okay, most of the time a major artist is not receiving really any money on the music side of things, on like the music and like the sales, the you know, the royalties and stuff like that. They're not receiving any of that. That's all going to the label. So the artist most of the time has to make the money from shows and merch, and even then sometimes it's included in the deal that they take. Literally, when I was watching an artist get signed to Atlantic Records, they literally, I was in the studio when they were doing it, because I was actually working pretty closely with him, and that he ended up getting shelved, unfortunately. But I was in the studio with him, and I probably shouldn't have been looking at the contracts, but I was just kind of like peeping real quick, kind of like side eye, kind of looking at each one, because he signed at least like 12 contracts that night. And one of them was merchandise, where literally they take a percentage of your merch. They take a percentage of your shows. They take a percent. So these labels are taking everything. So the artists are not really getting a lot. It may seem like they are, but what you're seeing, the money that you're seeing them have is from the advance. It's from the label budget. So the label budget is like, let's say, which is cool. It's really nice to look at. It's really nice to be like, hey, the label is literally going to give me, $2 million for whatever. So that all depends. Because think about it. That's a loan. Now, if you want to take that $2 million or at least $1 million of it and put it into like real estate or something, or put it into, I don't know, crypto, or put it into just some shit, put it into something that's going to multiply your money, then that's different. Then in that case, you're making money, and you're making money on literally everything but music. So labels are the ones paying producers. Yes. If it's a major artist, or it's even a signed artist, the artist is not paying out of pocket. They're actually not even allowed to do that. It's actually in contract that they're not allowed to pay out of pocket. It's all on the label, because everything has to be accounted for. And it all has to be within a contract. Now, if artist wants to give it to them and be like, hey, bro, the contract said $5,000 for this beat, but I'm just going to give you an extra $3,000 just to give it to you under the table without the label knowing, then that's different. But every single money amount has to be put in contract for accounting reasons and for all that. How about, let's say, Drake? Drake does not pay anything. He pays $0 for the music. It's usually, I believe it's Universal that pays for all of that. Why is this like this? Is the wrong same produce independent artists? Okay, yeah. So now that's why I'm saying signed artists, they are not the ones that paid on. Now an independent artist, Timbaland gets paid $250K a beat. This goes back. You probably weren't here for the beginning part of my conversation, but I was basically saying that it all fluctuates with the amount of leverage and respect that you've received as a producer. And I said that there's many different ways to receive that respect, whether it be you have made hits for other artists. Let's say you're friends with mad people in the industry. Let's say you've played a big part on blowing up an artist. You didn't really have a big song, but you really helped them blow up. That's all leverage that's going to basically give you more of this respect and more of this leverage that many producers, I'd say 90% of producers, do not have. And you earn that. Now, let's be honest, it does suck that you have to jump through so many hoops. Feature gets $250K to sing some words on a feature. Now, is he himself getting that $250K? Probably not. That's probably also in contract with his label, where his label probably, because it's like, okay, who did he get on the song with? I believe, who was it? Like Nicki Minaj or something? Or wait, who was it that he charged that much for it? They had recently put some out. Who was it that did that? I'm trying to remember. So, because this will make a lot of sense of why it was charged so much. Megan, okay, she is a A-list artist. She is a major artist. She literally has won all types of awards. She is a signed artist with an outrageous budget. So, because of that, the label that Future is with and said, the fact that you are this big of an artist, we have to receive this amount based on how big you are. Future doesn't charge $250K to smaller rappers and less known people. He probably charges, let's say, 60 to 70 to maybe 80K. Maybe even for Love, he'll do 50, like 40 to 50. But for large budget artists like Megan Thee Stallion, for instance, is definitely going to get charged a lot of money. And which is crazy, because this is exactly what I do with my producer fees. If I'm working with an independent artist, I know this person is not signed, this person doesn't have a budget from a label, I'm probably only going to charge them for an exclusive beat, for all, for basically all the rights to that beat. I don't know, $750 to $1,000. But if it's a major artist, if it's an artist that's signed, it's 5 racks every single time. It's $5K every time. I don't go under or over, or I don't go I don't go under or over. It's always 5 racks because like you guys have that amount. Because if it's 12, let's just make this example. Let's say it's 12 songs. So that's 60 racks. The label budget usually the production budget for major artists is in the 200,000 range, 200 to 500,000 range for production. You know, for studio time and all that. Usually it's like 200 to 500K. That's $500,000. So me asking for 5,000 is nothing. Now, this is even if it's let's say it's with another producer. Altogether it's 5 racks, and then I'll split it off in between from there. So if, let's say it's me and let's say me and Jurgis do something, I'm gonna ask for 5 racks, and then you and I both get 2,500. Because that's reasonable. I think that's very reasonable. What's up, futurists? But yes, artists, they don't make much money, man. Unless they have a really good business manager, and they say, "Hey, I'm taking this $1 million advance you gave me. I'm giving you $500,000 to invest it into something, and then you make it back, and then that's when it's your money at that point, because it's still an advance. They're giving you an advance. You have to pay that back. It's a loan, literally. But that's what people do with loans. That's what people who are really good with money and really good with business and who have nice cars and nice stuff are people who are able to go to the banks, make some money. Unless you're Joyner Lucas. I don't know that story. What's going on? Did he blow through all his bread? But yeah, like people who are really good with money, they just go to the bank, they get a freaking, a loan, and they buy some houses, buy some homes, and then rent them out, and then that's how they make their money. That's how they make, that's how they make it happen. So if you're able, and that's something low key that I'm gonna do. Like if I ever get a fucking publishing deal, bro, like I'm investing. I'm gonna be rich because I'm gonna know exactly how to invest it. Because I'm gonna be like, yo, give me the advance, bring it on in. And then not only am I going to invest it back into my own stuff, just so that I make sure that it's not only, not only is it recouped correctly, and, I actually make sure that I make the money back, but man, I'm telling you, publishing deal, bro, that's it. He's an independent rapper. Well, that's the thing, is that if you have a sizable audience, which Joyner Lucas does, you're making good money. Because now you're making all your money on your shows. You're not splitting it with a label. You're making all your money off of your royalties and on your music sales. You're making all of it. So there's nothing wrong with being independent. But you definitely might not have the same plugs. But yeah, no, Joyner Lucas is in a good position for sure. But yeah, music producers, for the most part, I'd say 90% of them are not respected. But it's just because there's something that they haven't done. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel too much sympathy for producers that don't seek to gain that respect or that leverage. That is one thing that I passionately, constantly am looking for ways to build leverage, because I know how valuable that is. It's so much more valuable than a money amount, or than a dollar amount. Like I'm sure you guys do understand, but maybe not from my point of view, because I've been in this game for so long that I understand that respect and leverage is the number one form of currency for a producer. Because for artists, you don't really need to have respect or leverage or anything. You just need to have kind of the X factor, kind of that star, what is it called? That star factor, or star power, or whatever it is, where people just kind of can see it, okay, yeah, this person has what it has that X factor. You don't really have to necessarily do much climbing. You just kind of have to have the it factor. But for producers, having leverage and having that respect is way more important than having a lot of money. or being able to just have a good manager that's able to like kind of take money and like be like, yeah, like we want to receive this much. It's like you won't even receive that much in the first place if you weren't respected, or if you don't know how to like kind of build yourself up and build that respect. And like I said, there's so many different ways of doing it, but I think you need to find ways to do it. One of the ways that I'm doing it currently right now is through content, through video content, through whether it be me streaming, whether it be just doing these TikToks or reels or whatever. Because I do have a lot of A&Rs, a lot of labels, a lot of big artists following me on these platforms, and they're gonna see what I'm doing, and they're gonna see like he's self-sufficient, he's very versatile, and they can kind of just see for themselves, because it's happened. I've had some people reach out to me that I haven't talked to in a while, saying, yo, I love what you're doing, let's work again soon. But they're all in LA. I'm still here in Miami, so I got to make a trip out to LA. But and just kind of gaining leverage. Damn, I'm sorry, man. Sorry guys, I don't know why it keeps connecting and reconnecting. But I don't feel too much sympathy, and the reason why I say I don't feel sympathy is because I was once there where I wasn't really doing too much to producers are respected by other producers. I wish it was more widespread. Producers are, I see, but the reason why they're respected by other producers is because they're kind of all on this, dealing with the same thing. It's kind of like somebody who is discriminated against. Another person who's discriminated is going to very much relate to that person and have respect because they understand they know the value. But you really want that respect from people who are going to elevate you and obviously give you money, obviously give you opportunities, and most of the time those are the labels, those are the publishing companies. So how do you receive that respect? And that's usually through building up another artist, building up yourself as an artist, or having a hit record, which hit records is like playing the lottery, man. You don't want to rely so much on that. So I like to think that, okay, well, you can gain your respect and gain your leverage through building an audience, and doing stuff. Spaceless is like the most respected producer in the community. He's respected because he puts out a tier of quality that a lot of producers just can't achieve. I think in that world, and when it comes, and this is kind of like what I was saying about our producers respected, I'm kind of speaking more in the general music industry and not just the EDM industry and the electronic music or bass music. In that space, producers are winning. Producers are making it happen. The producers are definitely the most respected. But even then, like I said, when it comes to Space Laces, he's achieving a quality that a lot of artists or a lot of producers just simply can't achieve because it's, I don't know, maybe he's spent a lot of time really, I don't know, learning the ways of it. I don't know if he's just got this next level brain of, I don't know how it. There's a lot of producers out there. I mean, he's definitely one, but there's many producers out there that are making things happen that a lot of producers, and with even how long they're producing, they just can't make it. They just can't do that. So that, I think that's definitely one source of why he has so much respect, and he just kind of just does his own thing. He doesn't really say much. He just makes a song and then goes about his business. But yeah, so I guess that's a good way to get into this next subject, about music producers being far more respected in the electronic music space. Music producers are far more respected, and I think that's kind of why I really took that route in 2013, 2014, because I had already been producing for big, huge A-list artists and rappers in 2012, 2013, but I was not respected for shit. I was not respected at all. So I was like, okay, I need to gain that respect. And it was actually cool that early on I kind of realized that I don't care how big these artists that I'm working with, they're not respecting, they're not coming back to me for more records. They're not, I don't feel a two-way, I don't feel this relationship. I don't feel a relationship between me and these people. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I really need to take the route where I believe I can be respected by other producers, by fans, and just reach directly to the consumer. I'm not trying to just impress labels. I'm not trying to impress publishers. I'm not trying to impress other artists that I want to work with. I'm really just here to connect directly with the audience and just go off of that. Especially seeing Floss early on in those days where they were doing exactly that. They were able to play Lollapalooza and able to play in front of thousands of people just off of their own releases. So I said, oh, I'm definitely taking this route. And so that definitely was a big change for me, because it's like, wow, like I'm really reaching the consumer directly. And this is when it was a lot easier to do that. I'm going to tell you right now, it's definitely not as easy to do that. By the way, if you guys are just coming in here, go ahead and hit the like button on the video. Likes are free. That's all I need. Just trying to get this algorithm to work for me. And subscribe if you haven't already. We're just trying to get people knowing what's going on here. My favorite producers get no play. I saw EXO to come up. Unfortunately, not every producer is going to get the recognition. Simply because they might not be the most marketable. They might be, they might not just be at the right place at the right time. They might not have a good support system. They might not be as consistent. There's a lot of factors, even for myself. Like, I think one of the biggest factors of why I'm not really like going, too crazy is just because there's certain, there's certain things that are not in place right now. Like I'm not really, I do this all pretty much by myself for the most part. But that'll change very soon. And by the way, shout out to Trap City. They've shown support to my music literally since, like I said, since I started releasing as an artist. They've been huge support, and that kind of goes back to like how you can receive that leverage and respect as a producer, is that you're able to, build your audience through other means, and Trap City is a perfect way that I was able to build my audience. There's lots of channels out there that are willing to really give you guys a chance, and the cool thing about them is that they do it for the love, so definitely and I think anybody who's trying to put some music out, anybody who's trying to make so yeah, guys, it's sorry about the lag. I don't know why today's been a weird lag day. But yeah, it's definitely important that if you want to have some type of respect, you have to basically show that you have put in that work, and that's Luisito, what's up, man? Jergers and homies, yeah, man. So definitely always seek out those resources, because you can't always just be the person that's going to be making music for other people. Like in my case, this is the thing. I've been in so many different so many positions as a producer. I've been in a position where I was the guy who was always in the studio, never released any music on SoundCloud, or never released any music on Spotify, never did any official releases. I was just making beats for people. And I didn't feel so much fulfillment from that, which is insane, because working with a huge artist that you can feel like, okay, great, I'm working with A-list artists, I'm good, I'm chilling. No, like there's so much more to this, because it's like, if you really want to have that leverage, you want those big artists to respect you, which is also the insane thing about this whole Meg Thee Stallion track that came out, is the amount of people that were tagging me, the amount of people where even I didn't even know that the song came out. The amount of people that respected my sound and understood, oh, this is Ricky right here. This is a Ricky vibe right here. That is the best. That is the respect and you've really, I guess you can say, put in your quick play Elevate before TC dips. All right, yeah, I'll play that real quick. But it's definitely one of the best things you can do is, let's see, Elevate. I think it's ID. Y'all are gonna lose it. I'll just play it from here. But yeah, guys, it's not easy. I'm definitely not gonna say that it's really easy to find these find the ways to make it happen, but oh, it's 918. That's what it is. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I played it pretty much every stream. Which, by the way, we're at 14 likes. Let's try to get to 20. Let's try to get that 20 today, man. Killed it. No, thank you, Trap City. But yeah, you guys definitely check out Trap City. You know, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know about him, but you know, if you ever want to just listen to some good music from, it's like, it's very versatile as well. Let's get to it. 21. But yeah, guys, I'd like to really like give my respects to Trap City, because they definitely did play a big part in the many people that were playing a part in my come up in the beginning, you know. And you know, sometimes that initial come up is so important, as it's like you don't even realize how much that actually you know, plays a part in how people can have that longevity. Trap City is where I came from. But yeah, so I think that's just about everything. Always been a huge fan of your sound. No, of course, thank you. Yeah, and I think it's your background in hip hop. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the authenticity. You know, I like to try to tell people, it's like, hey man, like sometimes you have to do the extreme of both sides to kind of really find that middle ground. If you can find that, you know, if you can really understand and really grasp why hip hop artists and producers want things a certain way, and then you really grasp why electronic artists and electronic producers really kind of want something this way, and when I say grasp, I mean really grasp it, and like kind of having that extreme. When I say extreme, like there was a point where I was only making hip hop music and really like diving in with these hip hop artists and just really listening to the sonics of it and really understanding, and having to saying no many times, like, nah, this ain't what we're looking for. Nah, this ain't what we want. So it really kind of helps you refine what you're going for. And same thing on the electronic music side, where, you know, there's, as experimental as it is, there's still formulas to all these different genres, and there's formulas to producers and why they do things. So once you really grasp that and understand that, that's how you bridge the gap. That's how you build bridges, man. You can't just build bridge from one side. We got Remix in here. What up, boy? But yeah, man. So, and we got 15 likes, man. Shout out to everybody for coming in and liking the video. This is a great discussion. If you guys want to listen back, like I really kind of just go in on like on the different dynamics of a producer and how you can really that Remix spinning here. I don't know. I didn't see him before. But I was really going through the dynamics of like producers, whether it be like the beat makers, electronic music producers, writers, and just kind of understanding like the levels of respect that you can receive, and kind of how people, it's inconsistent. The answer to that question, that is very inconsistent. The respect for producers is it fluctuates. You know, it fluctuates with what you're doing, how big you are, what role you have played in the past, and all that matters, you know. And I don't want anybody to think that they don't deserve the respect. They all do. But if you're not looking for ways to elevate yourself, you're not looking for ways to elevate yourself to where you have that leverage, you're gonna have a tough time all the way through. I think that's kind of where you gotta like really buckle down. But I think with that said, I think I'm gonna start a cook up. I think I'm gonna start something today. We're already almost done with the Yerbski. But Savior, who's not actually in here right now, he worked on the collab a little bit, and it sounds insane. He sent me an Instagram video, but that's not like good enough quality for me to like really show you guys. But I'll show you like what it sounded like before. But it's significant. It's a little different, but it's a little different than what it sounds like now. But it's for the most part, it's still bass. Yeah, that's lit. I'm just gonna go to it real quick. Maybe I can. But like I said, it doesn't. It's off of Instagram video, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, repeat after me.
Yeah, so he did a couple things. He added like vocal and stuff, and did a few things. So it's pretty lit, man. I'm excited to hear how it actually sounds. But yeah, man, that slaps. It definitely slaps. All right, so what are we making today? We're gonna do some stuff like that, or what's the vibe? What's the vibe today? Something more melodic. Can you show us what's going on with the bass? Yeah, I'll show you real quick. The bass. Which is so funny because I had this bass boosted. Before I show you the bass, I had it like super bass boosted because like there's like this effect that, well, I'm not gonna say effect, but basically like when you're at a live show, like a festival or something, or like just a big show, and you're really close to the subs, like it just sounds way crazier just because you're closer to the sub and like the bass is just freaking obliterating you. So like, and also like when you're like recording it like off your phone and your phone is just being just annihilated by the bass, and it just like kind of almost sounds crazy. So I did it and I was like, ooh, and like with my headphones too, like when like the bass is just extra boosted, I don't know, but yeah. It just sounds, I don't know, it sounds funny to me. RIP to your ears. Oh man, but I just did that just for fun. But what's going on with the bass? Trying to find so it's two layers. It's two layers. So it's just this, which has no low end. Which, of course, the OTT is what's like making it so like just crazy. You know, it's still pretty big, but like the OTT really like brings it to the front. And then I have this 808. Well, it's like sustained, so it just kind of stays. And then kind of have it following the same pattern. And then like right over here. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Yo, could you play 842 from your Fucks With It mix? Let's see. I don't even remember what song that is. 808 Rolls Like That Destroy Me. Yeah, like that right there. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, it just came to me and I was like, okay, this is something right here. I know that's gonna be like a staple in the song for sure. Bro, look how I still have this banner, bro. I'm the worst, man. I don't be updating nothing. 842, what is that? Oh yeah, that's on my Patreon if y'all want that. Yeah, that's that Jules Gold remix. Well, edit. I don't know. By the way, we got 17 likes. We just need 3 more likes for 20 likes, and I'm a happy camper, bro. So let's try to get them 3 more likes. 3 more likes. But in the meantime, so what are we going for today? What are we trying to make? You know, we got about like 40. We got about like 40 minutes. See what we can make in like 40 minutes. We trying to go for something big and bassy. We trying to go for something melodic. What we doing? I'm gonna let you guys decide this one. Are we just doing a beat? What are we doing? Dance hall type beat. Okay. Maybe. Actually, let me show you this. I've showed you guys this before, but I want to show you again because it's just so good. Oh no, I think it's in my Dropbox. Hard style. I think I'm gonna pass on that. Booty shaking music. Okay, that's pretty good too. Bro, my freaking search has been trash on here, bro. I don't understand it. I think Oh My's in the desktop. Oh my. There it is. Pigeon Core. Love it. Just some dance hall type vibes. Like Afro dance hall vibes. Yeah, that's going on the EP, by the way, the me and Zay's EP. I even did a visual for this, but I have to fix it. There's a couple things about it that I need to fix. A lot of things actually, but it's like, well. Yeah, a lot of things I need to fix. I did this like, I don't know, like a month or so ago. But I'm getting this really annoying like the shimmer just doesn't look really like natural. Of like this little lake here, I guess. So I gotta fix that. And then like certain like trees weren't lighting up the way I wanted it to. And then there's just the lighting of like some of it just doesn't look really too. Yeah, I use Blender. And yeah, just the lighting of it just doesn't look too natural. I just want it to look a little more realistic, a little more natural. So I got to go back in on this, but I just been kind of like just haven't found the time to do it. I'd rather just wait until like we're about to release before, before I do it. But yeah, like you see this weird circle here. I don't know what it is, but I just don't want that there. So, and this took like, I don't know, like 18 hours to render. So I really wouldn't have known what it would all look like, frame by frame until it was fully rendered. But now I know. But everything else I like, I like the particles kind of flying around and yeah, so yeah. 18 hours to render, what the fuck, yeah. And that's the thing, it usually doesn't take that long, and that's kind of another reason. Render out a small segment, save time. Usually I do that, but I didn't think it was going to take that long. You can pause it at After Effects or Total Render. Oh no, I still do After Effects as well. But yeah, no, usually I render out small, but at the end of the day, I kind of wanted to see how it went with the music as a whole. Just so I make sure that like all the keyframes are in place and everything is like on time. But yeah. And I didn't think that this little shimmer thing would look as shitty as it did. So I gotta figure that out. But well, it'll be cool. Yeah. So. All right. So everybody gave me a completely different answer. I got hardstyle, I got hyper melodic, I got pigeon core, and I got booty shaking music, and I got dance hall. So everybody's kind of on a different page right now. So I don't even know. Oh yeah, maybe I could show you guys this this session real quick. What's good, go? Matt, chilling, man, chilling. Just about to show just this project real quick. Yeah, I didn't really have time to like make this an entire thing. I'm sure if you guys saw on the Patreon, which this is on the Patreon if you guys want it. But I kind of just left it as like this build up and then this drop. I didn't really I just didn't have time to do an entire. I just want to at least give it to you guys just so you can have the drop at least like in a high quality download. But I just doing all that extra like intro. It takes a while, man. Like people think that I could just shit it out, but like not always. But I even got kind of lazy with this. Like I usually layer these way more. OTT be killing me, bro. I usually don't show that process because it is very boring. Like if I'm being completely honest, it's very boring. It's even boring for me. That's why it takes so long on records, just because it's like just doing the detailing and the constant trial and error is, trust me, like as much as you guys would love to see it, it's very boring, and we would be here for hours. And it's just it's very tedious and boring. I think it's far more exciting when I'm just creating stuff and then kind of like refining after the stream. This one took me, I don't know how long. It took me 2 hours to do this. It would be another 2-3 hours just to kind of make this a whole song and kind of just make this finalize and do all it's trust me when I say it is boring. That's why usually most of the time whenever I'm like at a studio session, it's mostly just building, usually just making something, and then once I get back to the house, then I do all the refining there, and then like I'll send it back to them like the next day, and they'll be like, yo, it's so much better. I'm like, because you were not there for the boring process. Because at the end of the day, like the studios are just all about the vibes. That's why I dabbed so much. No, I'm kidding. Oh man, I miss dabbing. So we'll just we'll just make something today. I don't know, maybe we can make something like that right now. Let's see how that one goes. Let's see how that goes. Some Ricky Remedy type vibes. But we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't know. It could be a hit or miss today. Let me plug up my MIDI real quick. Nectar. USB cables provided by Rare. Telling you, man, you're goated for that. Goated. Telling you, bro. We would not have this without Rare. Still very proud of that. 10 out of 10. We'll do it again. Telling you. One of the best things that anybody could have ever done for me. It's the little things, man. It's the little things people don't realize. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm not like too crazy. I don't need like a fucking 100,000 fans, bro. I just need 100. I need 100 rares, bro. Legit. If I had 100 rares, I'm happy, bro. My life is made. Just having one rare is already like fire as fuck. Cause he rides, man. He rides for us. Please let Bilo get this Brownies and Lemonade deal so he can bring you along so I can follow. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, man. Brownies and Lemonade, the thing is, man, they have their network, they have their people that they mess with. They really have their network. And unfortunately, me and Bilo really have never been a part of that network. They kind of like, I'm not going to say they play favorites, but they have their people, I don't think they, dive too far outside of that. Guarantee though, if I had like a Sable Valley, like a couple, like maybe 2 or 3 Sable Valley releases, man, they'd have me on there in a second. Everyone got to click in the game. Yeah, exactly. Because I don't live in LA anymore, so I can't even be around those guys. So guarantee if I had like 2 or 3 Sable Valley releases, bro, they would have me on like all their shows. But because that's their network. They're mad cool with all the Sable Valley guys. All right, let's see what we can do here. We'll bring out Omnisphere and then we'll do like one of those like cool little super saw patches. Hey, shout out to Christian for subbing to my Patreon. Thank you, bro. There's hella songs in there, man. I know there's some that I post on the feed, but there's also this really big folder that has all the stuff that I've released like throughout the years, or that I never actually released throughout the years. So thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Every little bit matters, man. Thank you guys. Like I'm glad to finally see the Patreon growing a little bit. You know, it helps a ton. Y'all don't even realize, man. That shit helps a lot. It does. It does. All right, let's get like a synth poly. Let's just kind of see what we can find. Like try to get some good chords in here. And of course, that latency is horrible. And we got another oh man, Poochie. Shout out to y'all, man, for real. Means a lot. Y'all have no idea, like that's the best thing y'all can do for me. And hitting that like button. That's it. That's all I need from y'all. And I'll keep on doing this. I'll keep on putting up these, these exclusive songs. Which again, like that was actually a $20 tier. So we're gonna get two. We're gonna get 2 sound packs this month. We're doing drum loops, and we're doing some more one shots. Just sub to your Patreon. I saw you at Hard Rock Vegas, bro. Which was it? Because I did Hard Rock 2 times. No, wait, I think I only did it once, bro. That was one of my favorite sets of all time, because that was my very first sold out headline show. I had only done that maybe 3 or 4 times in my entire career is sell out like a headline. And that, you know what that was, bro? That was how ISOXO is now. Like that was the energy I was getting from that. Like I got that literally exact same energy. Because when I watch his like shows that he's been doing lately, literally that is exactly how it looked. It's so crazy. Like it reminds me so much of that. I miss that shit for real, bro. Like, but everybody has their time. And we hit that 20 likes, my boy. Let's fucking go. Appreciate y'all hitting that 20. Let's go. All right, let's try to find some cool chords. Let's see. I don't know. We're going for 21. Sub to your Patreon. No, thank you, Christian. I appreciate that. I guess we can run that. Okay, we'll fix that. That's pretty good. Okay, way off for those. Let me shift those over. Let's edit these a bit. Bigger. All right, let's see if we can. Maybe we'll do breast beat for this. Kind of give it that, you know, that good old Ricky Remedy. Let's see, step gate. And the only thing about gross beat that I don't like is that you can't make it longer. You know what I'm saying? It's only for per bar. That's the one thing that sucks. Bigger swell on the 6th peak. Right, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. All right, let's layer it just a little more. Maybe we can do like a cool vocal chop too. There is a way, right, to make it longer. I mean, how? I don't know. Not that I know of. Oh no, the dog. The dog. The dog. Ooh. Happy colors. Happy. Dog is, bro. A dog be talking so much shit. It's really because the dog just like wants attention. Because her owner is not here right now, so she's just bored. But no, she's not getting my attention. That damn dog, man. You hear her? You hear her, bro? She's like, give me attention. And now my freaking mouse is not working. The dog cursed my mouse. There we go. Alright, Synth Poly. There's this one patch that's crazy in Harmor, which it sucks because I'm still using a demo version of it. But it's just one patch that's crazy. I think it's Classic Rave. It's like so big. let's shorten these. What up, Mastodon? What up, boy? Yes, I know. Let me actually just record this. Wrong one. Been camping on some website free plugins lately. Yeah, check the free. Oh, nice. Nice. We're at 22 likes, man. Shout out to y'all, man. This is it's good. It's good. It's not grow. It's promos. Nice, nice. All right, let's add some drums. And then I'm going to get out of here in like the next 10-15 minutes because I want to try to get this Instagram post up within like the hour. What was the song you made for Rick Ross? I made a couple. But it was, how am I forgetting? About That Life. Rick Ross. Yeah, About That Life, Rick Ross, French Montana, Meek Mill, and Diddy. That's one of them, and then another one was it was a little smaller of a track. It was with El Hay and Rick Ross. Not Fun Fact. It was a different one. It was El Hay and Rick Ross. But yeah, it was a while ago, man. That was a long time, bro. Yeah, long time ago. All right, let's throw some drums in here, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Not serum, citrus. Get that 808 in here. Oh yeah, we love that. Which, by the way, if Audemars was in here, I'd start calling him Automatone. Y'all know what an Automatone is? You ever seen this before? Y'all ever seen this before? It's the cutest little thing. That's his new name, guys. Automatone. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. All the way. Damn, I forgot Tori was on that too. But yes, that is the one. That's the one. I know I made a song in this exact chord progression, but I just can't think of it right now. It sounds like Bound, or not Bound. I made a song in this chord progression. I'm like over here like, damn, I'm like so unoriginal right now, but whatever. Oh, I think it's Watch Me. Right? Probably Watch Me. The same chord progression, same key and everything. Do you think big singers could start divulging the producer's name on the song? Here in Brazil, trap singers always put to help with their work. It all depends, man. I think we discussed this earlier, man. It all depends on like how much input or how much of a role you really played in the song, like coming out. I think that's just really what it is. I think obviously in certain cultures it's different, you know, certain places, certain countries, but I'd say for the most part, especially in the US, man, like you have to really be a poppin' producer, and you really have to like have some type of leverage or audience for you to have the ability and respect to say, put my name on the song, you know, and make it known that I made that. Wait, I only see the Mechanics on All the Way. Well, that's what I was. I was the Mechanics. It was me and Mike, but I made that beat like myself. But yes, yeah, I was the Mechanics, man. It was me and Tech. And yeah, but I made the like. We had beats that he made on by himself, and then I had beats that I made by myself, but we still came together and like, you know, it would get placed under our name. And that was one of the beats that I did myself. Same thing with the About That Life record. Same thing with that. No soft clip. prefer the intro without the kicks. Well, I'm just like trying to get like the drum pattern down, and then we'll decide what to do when it first comes in. Let's hear how it sound if I like gave it like a little pause between each kick. Do you have any dubstep production? I don't think I've ever seen. No, not really. Nothing really like pretty much like straight up dubstep. It's usually like hybrid stuff. Like, yeah, like I'll do like sound design that might be considered dubstep, but I always do like trap drums. It's because I'm not like the best when it comes to like dubstep, like drums and drum patterns. Femme Fatale is probably the closest to dubstep. Yeah, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying, like to Trap City, is that like that was the time where I was really trying the extremes of certain genres. New dub, yeah, that's that too. Except I don't have like the sessions to those, unfortunately. But that's funny that he mentioned new dub. That's what's up. That's what's up. That boy knows. That's lit as fuck. Yeah, no, that's an oldie. But yeah, I think that's as dubstep as I've ever really gotten. Sinatra, hey, what up, man? New dub is heat. Yeah, I think that's as far as I've gone like dubstep though, because I'm really not the best with like modern dubstep drums. That was like more like bro step kind of drums, but like now like it's kind of like this like tear out kind of rhythm style that I'm really just not that good at. Like I can't really get it in the pocket that I wanted at. So I don't really, I just kind of go more towards like this kind of stuff or like the trap stuff that I've been doing. But hey, all right, let's get that side chain so that we can get everything a little in a better pocket. I love side chaining. Side chain's my favorite. This one's the side chain 11. Peak controller. I don't know if you guys see what I do sometimes, but I'll take the kick, the sidechain kick, and I'll like bring it like the slightest bit to the left, just so that I can kind of like, I don't know, like that look ahead time just kind of like makes it time. It's a little bit different. And my new way also of like sidechaining, I used to do the sidechain on the volume knob of the mixer, but since Fruity Balance is basically a volume knob, the cool thing about this is that if I can go ahead and like link it to sidechain, you see. The cool thing is that I can affect how much it's being sidechained from the wet and dry of balance without having to go into here, because then if I change this, it would be changing everything else that's being sidechained. So if I want like the bass to be sidechained more than, let's say, the synth, then I can actually not have to change the parameters here and kind of just really change it from I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah, like that's actually pretty cool. After seeing this version of Fruity Loops, I particularly find it prettier too. I like how you say prettier. It's honestly, I think it's simpler. I think the other one is, the new FL is way prettier, but this is just simpler. It's like sometimes the simple, I don't know, man. It's like you have everything you need to make a song right here, but the extra features don't hurt to use, All right, let's sidechain this. So like I want the bass to be sidechain a little more than everything else, so I'm gonna go ahead and maybe fix this a bit, and then I'll go back here and maybe bring the wet dry, like, I don't know, 70%. And what I like about the volume knob is that like the wet and dry doesn't make any phasing happen, which is like usually what happens when like even with like with like let's say I made wet and dry with the EQ. Like there's phasing going on. I can't really hear this much, but let's get this armor out of here so it's not giving me that. Yeah, 808. Damn. All right, maybe we can come back around to this next week or something like that, because it's already 6:15, and I want to try to get this this IG video up by 7:15 ish, because that's usually the best performance time for me. So, and I haven't edited the video yet, so. But this is pretty cool. I'm probably gonna refine it, probably mess around, because this is I one thing that I love to do when I'm on here, on these streams, is that I start these ideas that, like, I don't know, when I'm just kind of like by myself, or just not really like around, or not really talking to people, or nobody's really watching or anything. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to just like come up with stuff and just go and just do it. I kind of overthink. When I'm just here, like I don't know, I'm just working, and it is what it is. It's joint crazy, bro. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. I might come back around and refine it. I mean, a lot of the IDs on the Fucks With It mix is stuff that I started on stream, you know. So even, bro, all the way down to the Bilo collab that actually is out. Which, by the way, guys, go and show some love, man. Go Bilo, show this man some love. He just released Okay, and pull up. This was started on a stream, on Twitch stream in 2020. And yeah, that was on stream, you know what I'm saying? So like, ideas just be coming, man. Some good stuff comes in. So shout out to the Automatone. But yeah, guys, so it's been a good stream. Appreciate y'all. It's all love. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday, 4 p.m. I tried to have a thumbnail for today's stream, but I got real behind on stuff, so I'll definitely have a thumbnail for next stream. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. We got 23 likes. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that we've been getting some likes. Thank you, TC Remix. Thank you, Sinatra. Thank you, Rare. Thank you, Mastodon. Thank you, anybody that's still in here. Really appreciate y'all. And just keep, you know, I think the best thing that y'all can do for me is just keep engaging, keep showing love. Whether it be on the stream, whether it be on an Instagram post, TikTok, any of that. Like, I really appreciate all the love you guys show. I'm telling you, it does not go unnoticed. So guys, if you I'll see you guys Thursday. If you have anything you want to send in, go ahead and send it in. And I'll do some, you know, feedback. If you want to collab, drop it in the Discord. You already know what to do. And yeah, I really appreciate y'all. And if whoever didn't see, y'all should definitely watch the first half of this video where I'm discussing like producers and all that. I think it was a pretty cool little subject that I had kind of covered today. So appreciate y'all. I'll see you Thursday. All love. See you soon.